Good afternoon, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. We have 8616 Studio Series Arcee on the turntable, and I couldn't be happier. Got a notification shortly before I came home from vacation that this lady would be showing up pretty soon. Here is the barcode for those that will be looking for it in stores. Short description reads, when the Decepticons launch their attack, Arcee converts Autobot City. And I think this is kind of fitting since the new Springer showed up the other day, and there's that beautiful art on the side. So I'm getting ready to get this off the turntable and get her out here. Thanks again for watching my quick reviews. If you've not done so already, please smash like, share, subscribe. All the things continue to help the channel to grow. And if you're in a position to help the channel, please consider donating to my Patreon. Thanks again for watching. And here is Arcee on the turntable with her one and only accessory. It's the same standard gun, casting gray. This is like the only piece from the other. It's like the Thrilling 30, and she is a whole brand new done mold. And I gotta say, she is really, really awesome looking. I'm so glad we ain't got the soap dish thing anymore. So glad they filled in the panels there on the side. Could probably use a little bit more paint here on the back. I might do that in long time if I can find a deep enough red, and some of the company and hip stuff in the back. So then there's that right there on that side, and back on the front. And I'll probably use a repo label in the not too distant future to cover that one up and give it a red and white kind of look to it. Let's go ahead and scoop this in here and let you look at the details there on the front. The side, the wheels roll really, really good. And that interior is in a white. Kind of gets drowned out with the light, but it's okay. And like I said, boom. It has a place right here in the bottom to store her gun. And it just kind of sits in there, but it kind of also drags the figure down. So with all that said and done, let me get this lady back on the turntable and get her with her other releases. And of Arcee's that got released, she's the one that really does nail the look and stuff. This is the Thrilling 30 rendition. It kind of sat in some daylight, and that colored. The rest of it didn't. So this that worries me about with this as time goes on forward. This is part of the 5-pack that came out, I believe, at Target. It was about $100 for Cabana Wars. And you reutilize the Thrilling 30 mold again. And any of y'all that have this know that the gun tucks away nice and neatly, whereas on this one it's kind of a loosey-goosey thing, unless I just got the configuration wrong there. But there's a look at both of those from the underside and how they differ. The arms actually go up into the front end of the car in this mode, and on this side of the gun actually has pegs that holds it. And it's got those same pegs there, but like different arm configurations. So anyway, the head is a brand new mold, as we will see in robot mode, and the wheels are, I mean, this thing one for one. He's like, okay, let's do this, and approve upon the Thrilling 30. This one, you'll see when we get it robot mode, has a lot better articulation as we keep going along. And I don't think any of these had like hollow bits and a place to store an extra gun there in the back. And same thing there, as you can see it with the gun, the Thrilling 30. So with all that said and done, let's get these ladies converted, do some comparisons. But before we do that, I want to bring in another guest star here and show off how we may display as we move forward. Here is Arcee in vehicle mode with Springer in his awesome battle car mode, and I just like the way these look together. This is why we wanted this all along, and this is how you do a triple changer. This is like one of the best of all the triple changers from the War for Cybertron, Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom, and now Legacy lines. I thought with the engineering this had and the engineering that Astrotrain had, that it was a no-brainer for the Blitzwing, but alas, we got our surprise, and they really didn't improve upon it. And I thought that was just a clean hit, home run out of the park when it came along with Legacy Blitzwing, and thought it was mistransformed from those early picks, but nope, it's not the case. Let me get this guy into helicopter mode. And with this recent release, it kind of scares me that we'll get a toy deco. Well, we didn't have the original toy back in the day. This didn't happen till later, so maybe this is all we'll get of Arcee from here, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm sure they'll repurpose her for Elita 1, probably Nightbird and the like. Let me get these guys in the helicopter. There's Wreck and Roll Springer in his mighty helicopter mode, and here is Siege Springer in his helicopter mode, and they just look outstanding together. It's time to get these guys in a robot mode. And a fun note before we go to robot mode, here she is with the Studio Series Bumblebee. They're about the same length, and that's what I'm talking about, getting the red and white Autobot symbol in there and to make it pop, to make this a lot better. But, oh yeah. So let's get these ladies into robot mode, the dudes in the robot mode, and get them compared and sized together and let you see how they look. Thanks again. And here is Arcee in her robot mode, looking mighty impressive in my eyes. I really do love the way that they took the lessons learned and they give her all the articulation she didn't have before, minus the wrist swivels. And that's the side profile looking really, really good to give her a little bit extra backing there to help stabilize and hold her up. Really wish that the gapping would stop, but as good as you can get a backpack there, that's what they've done here, and it looks mighty, mighty awesome. And she can store a gun on her hip there, or back in the day you could plug them in on the shoulder there. And just want to take a look real quick at that head sculpt right there, and it's all brand new head sculpt. They decided to paint her lips the red, and then like I said, I need to get another Autobot symbol that makes that pop right off her chest there. And I think it can still do the little, yeah, it's got the little feature where you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang there. And more importantly, she can do this. She can finally bust that two-handed signature stance that she did in the movies and the cartoons. I absolutely love that. And she's got the ab crunch there, these knee swivels and ankle rockers, all the stuff that the Thrilling 30 did not have. And I didn't know how much I really did need to get this figure. I about didn't pick it up, thinking it was just going to be a rehash. And for the most part, it looks like a rehash, but this is light years better than the other one. Let's get the other ladies up here on the turntable real quick. Comparison time, and this is the reason why I like this so much more than these other ladies here. And you can see the nasty yellowing or the default the plastic for being in the sunlight. And then here's the 5-pack release that was with like Blur, Sergeant Cup, Ultra Magnus Combiner Wars, had to make metallic paint. She's got the metallic paint there on the chest and has the proper Autobot symbol. I wish this was the de facto standard moving forward with the symbols and stuff instead of just the red right there on the backside of, on the hood of the car there. And the little bit of a tampo, just a red. I mean, it's just doing stuff more cheaply or whatnot. Let's get into the articulation right here. Before I do that, let's take a look at these two together. And here are these two together, and they're both great in their own right, but she has definitely not got all the articulation that chick has got, and we'll go into that next before I do another side by side. I think it's funny she can sit down and take a load off with this crazy articulation. Articulation, let's start off with those feet there. You got the rocker there that gives you the more dynamic kind of posing. You got that much forward, that back, and you got upper thigh swivel, this much in the knee, and like I said, you can do all that stuff there. And she can go up that far. She can't go back far because of the kibble, but she can manage that much. So not the full van damage. Don't want to break her. Then you come up here to the waist and stick these arms out the side. You got an ab crunch of sorts, so you can get that going on with her. You got a waist swivel, so you can get that going on with her. And you can do the arm as far as the backpack doesn't get into it. She's got upper bicep that will help her with some of the other poses there, but I mean no wrist articulation. That's just that's a bummer because we were so close. She can get that far with her elbow. It's on a single hinge, and she can reach up that far and high. The head is really nicely articulated too, so you can go look up and you get way back and up. You can look down that far and all around, like left to right. So she's got some good articulation, all things considering, and should be the de facto standard moving forward, minus the wrists. And the wrists need to be something else that gets fixed, and the hands or what have you. But as far as cleaning up that back heel, I mean, I think this does a really good job of keeping that all together there. And now we're going to get the other comparison that counts with this, the whole reason why we wanted this together and to begin with. There she is with Siege Springer, and last but not least, there she is with Wreck and Roll Springer and Wrecker Toy Deco. Just looks awesome. They look great together. Let me get to some final thoughts on this Arcee. Thanks again for watching. Final thoughts here. Is she for everybody? That's up to you. I think for this not being a masterpiece, that this being a retail release, this has supreme articulation over the Thrillin' 30 version, the Titan's Return, and any other Hasbro rendition to date. The only one that can keep up with the articulation wise at all is the Bumblebee Studio Series Arcee, and some people don't even like that one, but I love both of these releases. I can't believe we got them within the same summer. I got already the Bumblebee Studio Series one back whenever it was Memorial Day weekend, when I went down to Simpsonville IMAX at that Target, and then I came back home the other day and she was here waiting on me after the route was done. So I highly recommend this version of Arcee. I can't believe they actually give her an ab crunch. It's kind of loose, and then some of the stuff is a little iffy, and especially like the transformation, getting back in there and getting things to sit just right. But I think she's still a fun and awesome version. This is what we wanted when we got Hot Rod and Springer and them. This is what we wanted back in 1986. That said and done, don't hesitate if you get an opportunity to pick her up. She didn't disappoint me, and I just think these two look excellent together. And we got better things to do tonight than die. But they're just really, really, really awesome. Thanks again for watching my channel. Please, if you hadn't done so already, like, share, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And if you're in a position to help the channel continue to grow, please consider donating to my Patreon. This stuff is getting very expensive as of late, and that would help certainly with the future purchases and the other new stuff I'll be getting in. Thanks again to all that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for lending me your valuable time. Have an excellent, safe weekend out there. Till all are one.